Welcome to the Tone Show. My name is Anthony Tone Show Nunez, and today I'm talking about the current state of Marvel, Netflix, and DC. Let's talk about it. So what's Netflix gonna do post Marvel? That's what I want to kind of play a little around with here. And I think the answer is pretty clear. Netflix is gonna dive in. They're not gonna wither and die. No. If you guys have not seen the Umbrella Academy is amazing. I'm gonna say it definitely blew my socks off. The production quality of this TV show and the storytelling. Woo! Dark Horse is definitely, I think, going to be involved heavily in the future of Netflix. And I think Netflix it's a good deal for Netflix to get in the business of Dark Horse because here you have another comic book company which hasn't really gotten the polished looks that the other comic books, the DC and Marvel, have gotten. Aside from let's say the Hellboy, I think Hellboy definitely got a good treatment, and the Hellboy trailer looks pretty good. So I definitely think Netflix is going to double down on other properties that are non on Marvel moving forward. And I think the Umbrella Academy is a perfectly good example of that. How they can pull off the quality of filmmaking that happened with this show and storytelling for the Netflix environment. And I think that's definitely what we're going to see more of. If you guys haven't checked out the Umbrella Academy, you're definitely missing out. I think you should definitely check it out. As far as Marvel, I don't think Marvel's going to have any problems, honestly. Even though there's only 2 movies on the slate for 2019, that being Far From Home and Endgame, aside from Captain Marvel, of course. But Captain Marvel's going to be out like what, next week? So 3 movies total, really. But 2 movies after Captain Marvel, we're talking about in 2019. And after that, it looks like Marvel's going to go into a quiet period. I'm sure that a lot of things are going to be revealed after Endgame, and a lot of things are going to be changed moving forward. So the reason we don't have another film in 2019 after Far From Home is probably because things are going to be redefined, and Marvel's probably going to go back into a building period because these last 10 years have just been slapping the fans with good stuff, right? Moving forward, we're gonna see Marvel start to develop new stories, obviously new characters, and whatever happens in Endgame is gonna be a resetting of everything. And that's why I think we're not gonna see any new movies, obviously. That's why we're not getting any movies in 2019 after Far From Home and Endgame, which I'm really excited for, actually. Now, as far as DC, now DC is completely opposite of Marvel. We're gonna see much more DC movies. We're getting Wonder Woman, the 1980 movie. We're getting the Joker movie in October for Halloween. We're getting Shazam. If you guys have been watching that Birds of Prey movie's coming, whole fact that they got Harley Quinn and Margot Robbie is just really quarterbacking this one. And it looks like she has full reins. I personally, it's really hard to say. We haven't seen a trailer. We just seen all these first look pictures. From the first look, I'm kind of nervous. It looks a little bit more indie than I would like, and I would say the same thing about the Joker movie. I really wanted a little bit more scale in this movie, and being that it's the first time that we're seeing Harley Quinn with these other characters, I'm a little nervous. I was really hoping that she would build on Suicide Squad, and I thought that would have been a perfectly good thing to do because you already have this set frame to work in. But this movie looks like a real departure from Suicide Squad, aesthetically at least. So I'm kind of a little bit nervous. And as far as Suicide Squad, the fact that we're getting a Suicide Squad 2, and they're talking now that Will Smith is not going to be in Suicide Squad 2. It's going to be one Margot Robbie Harley Quinn appearance in every movie moving forward for foreseeable years to come. So it looks like DC's really getting in bed with Margot Robbie on this one. They're definitely building on Harley Quinn. So what happens with Birds of Prey, I think, is do or die for DC in a sense, because if they're investing that much in her vision of Harley Quinn, this movie better pay off, right? And the fact that Will Smith is not going to be in the movie kind of opens it up not only for other actors, but I thought Will Smith did a really good job. It's really hard because Will Smith is such a character himself as an actor that sometimes it's hard to separate Deadshot and Will Smith. You're like, that's Will Smith. He's playing Deadshot, and that's actually as a compliment because Will Smith, he just brings a certain gravitas to the role, and I thought he did a great job. He was definitely one of the shining lights of that movie. So besides Margot Robbie, I thought his character was like an automatic no-brainer to bring back, but that doesn't look like it's the case. So looks like we're definitely going to have a complete reset here, and they're going to be new characters being introduced aside from Harley Quinn. I'm hoping they really delve into even more Batman villains. That would have been really cool. That's in my personal opinion. So I don't think Marvel's going to have any problems besides the fact that they're resetting their whole universe, looks like, after Endgame, and there's going to be a little bit of pause as far as production of movies. They're talking about them moving forward with a Loki TV show. They're also talking about a Falcon and Bucky TV show. So that looks like it's moving forward. And in 2 years, who's to say that we don't get some of these Netflix characters in Marvel, right? And that's not even touching on the fact that the Fox deal hopefully is closing anytime soon, right? We keep waiting for that Fox deal to close. So we're gonna get those Fox characters, and I'm really anxious to see what Kevin Feige and family do with the X-Men. And that's no diss to obviously Patrick Stewart and Wolverine, who just recently won an award, Guinness World Book Award, actually, because for portraying those characters the longest. Because I think Logan, even though he's really tall, even though Hugh Jackman's really tall for Logan, I think he's done a marvelous job, and Patrick Stewart as well, and even the newer X-Men, really. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do as far as the MCU and the X-Men. So it's possible that that's what we'll probably get in 2020. And the Hellboy trailer looks pretty interesting to me, and that's a Dark Horse offering, obviously, but the Hellboy trailer looks pretty good. I'm really hoping that not only since Marvel's gonna take in a pause and a breath, more like a victory pause, like, hey, we did it. Let's pat ourselves on the back and just build stuff. I'm hoping that these other companies definitely take the time that's available to them to shine in that point. That's what I'm hoping happens with DC, and that's what I'm hoping also happens with Netflix over there. Now that they kind of split from Marvel, that they'll actually be more open to tell more stories that are maybe a little bit more weirder. Because Umbrella Academy not only plays with time travel, it plays with the whole superhero aspect, and it's not your normal like Marvel fair, because the blood, come on, they had blood on the kid's face all over like this one. You saw that. It was kind of crazy. So they're not scared of showing blood and going there. And Dark Horse is definitely not the typical superhero fanfare, I would say. So it's interesting. I think it would be a really good meld for Netflix to do more Dark Horse stuff, because they can actually tell those stories and keep them R-rated, which I think is something that Marvel's going to have to definitely figure out what to do moving forward with the new characters that they're getting from Fox, which I think a lot of them even going more R-rated. Like Logan could have even gone even further. And definitely Deadpool, like, he definitely strides kind of like the line, because he still wants to be family friendly and make that Deadpool money, right? But I don't think there's going to be any lack of content, honestly, moving forward. And if anything, 2019 is just going to be a great building period moving forward for more superhero fanfare. And like I always said, this is a great time to be a superhero fan, to be a fan of comics. It's just a great time to be alive. Like, these last 10 years have been great, not only with Marvel, but even with DC. Like, we've had a lot of ups and downs on the DC side, but I definitely think that we're better off having a Batman vs Superman movie, because it put us where we are today, even how polarizing that movie is. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk a little bit about this. I thought it was interesting with all the moves that seem to be happening. I think this is a great pivoting point that we're in right now, and it's only going to get better, I think, from here on out. So as always, guys, this is the Tone Show. Tone Show. Woo.
Remember to like and subscribe for more Tone Show.